We all know that Hello Kitty appears seemingly everywhere in the world. If civilization has started there, somehow Kitty has infiltrated the culture. Sanrio is always stepping out into new places and trying different markets throughout the world. China, South Korea, Taiwan, the US, and of course Japan are massive markets for Sanrio. And even places like South Africa and Russia have smaller yet definite followings for Kitty. So what happens when a place that is so cut off from the world and prides itself on being a self-sustained echo chamber that needs no outside influence gets its hands on the Holy Kitty? I'm of course talking about North Korea. It's safe to assume there are no licensing deals over there in North Korea with Sanrio, and I don't think Sanrio is chomping at the bit to get a hold of Kim so they can start up some merchandising in his dystopian world. That doesn't mean Hello Kitty doesn't exist there though. There are numerous incidents of the iconic Kitty making her appearance in North Korea. Take this image for example. Kim Jong-un is meeting with some flood victims out in North Pyongyang. Everything seems to be in order. No copyright infringement here. Hold up. Enhance. 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 Could that be Hello Kitty, or perhaps a cheap knockoff of her? That's clearly a little kitty with very familiar looking eyes and nose, but no mouth. And there's even a little bow on the left ear. You're looking a little suspect here, Kim. But this is just the tamest example. Other instances are straight up blatant. Take this shirt design for example. This comes straight from a North Korean export website. To be honest, when I found out this website existed while researching this video, I was kinda blown away. I had no clue that North Korea has an actual website that anyone can access, including you or me, made for businesses to export whatever goods they make. I'm sure the process of actually obtaining goods from the website is a logistic hell, but the fact that it even exists is very interesting to me. Back to the shirt. This is clearly Hello Kitty, like no doubt about it. You really couldn't even argue against it. Same exact facial design and features, and the iconic bow slapped on just to ensure maximum lawsuit potential. From the same website, here's another shirt. Again, another blatant ripoff, but this time Kitty has some bird friend with her in a bright green flower themed getup. These are articles of clothing that are being sold within North Korea and are somehow available for export from the North Korean site. The fact that these clothes are listed as available for export really shows you how little North Korea understands international copyright law. Although, the strange thing is, according to an article published by Asahi.com, North Korea actually has a department for dealing with matters based on international trademarks and patents. How can you have that department yet simultaneously infringe on the rights of massively popular characters such as Hello Kitty? Crazily enough, Sanrio even spoke on the matter when questioned about the sandals and the clothing that we just saw. A spokesperson of Sanrio stated, "It is likely that the character has been used without the company's permission. Neither of the clothing and sandals in question are products made based on any of our manufacturing agreements or licensing." So basically, these businesses just stole the Hello Kitty design and honestly probably don't even understand the idea of not being able to do something like that. Realistically, what is even going to happen to them? Is Sanrio going to send a cease and desist over to Kim? Obviously not. What I just showed you isn't even all the examples of Hello Kitty showing up in North Korea. The small glimpses we get into the isolated country have surprisingly given us a lot of Hello Kitty sightings. Clothing for children, art on walls at schools, and even a tea set made for an orphanage that the main man himself inspected all don the iconic Kitty. In a trash balloon that North Korea sent to South Korea, somehow even more North Korean Hello Kitty is found. Let me try my best to explain what on earth a trash balloon is first. I guess North Korea just kinda sends over bags full of trash, feces, and parasites to South Korea as their way of saying, hey, we don't like you guys, and presumably also as a lazy attempt at getting them sick with some sort of disease. In one of these bags, ripped up and soiled Hello Kitty clothing was found, along with some strawberry snack wrappers that have a character very closely resembling Hello Kitty on them. This version at least has a tiny mouth and a strawberry on the head instead of a bow, so someone gave like 6 seconds of creative thought when they were stealing the design. I also like that the strawberry isn't even put on Kitty's head in the same spot for both images. Or maybe it's a version of Kitty and Mimi and they wear strawberries instead of bows. It's all so crazy, isn't it? These are just a few small peeks we get into the crazy world of North Korea. Imagine how many more instances of Hello Kitty are out and about in North Korea that we never get to see. Okay, so we know that Hello Kitty has managed to sneak her way into North Korea. The question now is, how did this happen? How did such a beloved and iconic character make her way into one of the most isolated countries? I know you're hoping for a tale of suspense or excitement, but the answer is far simpler than that. While the average everyday civilians of North Korea may not have access to the outside world, many of the higher up officials of North Korea do. When these people leave the country for whatever their purpose may be and stumble upon outside influences, such as the craze of something like Hello Kitty, that manages to follow them back and eventually blossom. There's also the factor of the internet. I'm not sure how many officials within North Korea can actually access the vast world of the internet, because that would end up being bad for Kimmy Boy. But whatever little access to the internet anyone may have could easily result in a sighting of the Hello Kitty phenomenon and spark a kitty fashion revolution from within. Even more likely is the trade between China and North Korea. China is North Korea's biggest trade partner by a large margin, and Hello Kitty is huge in China. All it takes is a little bit of merchandise to pop over from China, and just like that, Kim Bossable is spreading Kitty like the plague. And it's not like it's just Hello Kitty this is happening with either. In 2012, Kimmy J.U. held a massive concert with many unlicensed Disney characters involved, including the likes of Mickey and Minnie. So obviously, influences from all over the world are slowly seeping in and taking hold. Now I want to hear from you guys and gals. Tell me all about how much you love Kim Jong-fun's version of Hello Kitty. Or maybe just tell me what your thoughts are on the matter. Either way, I love hearing from everyone. I read every comment and respond to most. Thank you so much for watching the video, and hey, if you enjoyed it, a like and subscription help out a ton. Plus, they're free. So long.